Hey, everybody, welcome to Fatso Radio. This episode of Fatso Radio and every episode of Fatso Radio is brought to you by Volpe Martial Arts. Volpe Martial Arts is KW's hottest, newest Kung Fu and Hapkido school. Check them out at volpemartialarts.com. volpemartialarts.com. Folks, quick episode today. COVID. Who's got me? You got me. I got me. Don't worry about it. We're okay. We all got COVID and we're all recovering. I want to talk about it now. Peace and love. Have a great Sunday. Not a great Sunday. Have a great Friday and a great Saturday and a great Sunday. I love you all. Fatso Radio.
Fatso, the really great podcast show.
Fatso, a very first podcast show.
Yeah. Hey everybody, how you doing? And welcome to Fatso Radio. My name is Carlo Volpe, and it's my pleasure to come to you each and every Friday night. And tonight is no different, folks. A beautiful Friday night. It's a rainy Friday night here in Sault Ste. Marie. I am back in Sault Ste. Marie. It is what, April 8th, maybe? Let's see, what is this? 8th. I think it's going to be the 8th. Folks, welcome to Fatso Radio. If this is your first time on Fatso Radio, if this is your first time watching and listening to Fatso Radio, this is a podcast dedicated about me. I guess it's a podcast I've created to talk about Fatso Radio, to talk about a high-fat diet, a low-carbohydrate diet, a carnivore diet, a keto diet, and all things around that. This week, folks, was a little different. Last week's episode, I was just telling you how I was getting back on track, and it was taking me 3, sometimes 4 weeks to get back on track when I do fall off. But I was getting back on track, and what happened? Whammo! COVID got me. COVID got me good for a couple days. I didn't do push-ups for 3 days, and if anybody's been following me, or if you've known me for a long time, I do these 20 push-ups every day. I do 20 crunches every day, and I do 20 squats every day. From time to time, I've gone up all the way to 50 and 60 and 70 and 80, but then I've gone down to 20, and I've kept it at that. For 3 days, I couldn't do push-ups. I was tired. I was achy. My whole body was sore. My muscles were sore. I had the chills in the morning. Then I had a fever. Then I had chills and a fever. And basically for about 24 hours, almost 48 hours, it was pretty nasty. Now, I'm going to say it's pretty nasty. I don't usually get sick ever. So for me, it was 2 days of being miserable, feeling cold, not being hungry, just out of my element, right? I wasn't able to do my push-ups. I wasn't able to go for a walk. It just was pretty miserable. But 2 days after that, I felt pretty good. And on the second day, basically I started feeling the effects Sunday. Monday, I took the test. Positive. Wham. There you go. Once you're positive, then you have to quarantine. You have to isolate. So I had to stay away from everybody except my family because we all got it, basically for 10 days. Like, that's a lot. 10 days is a long time. If I was vaccinated, apparently I could only stay away for 5 days and then go back into the population, no testing, nothing. But because I haven't been fully vaccinated, I have to stay away from 10 days. And then after that, I can go back to normal. So this is going to be a quick episode, but I want to talk a little bit about how, first of all, how I'm okay, how I'm not only am I okay, but I'm back to normal. It's Friday now. Basically Sunday, I probably got it, but I had symptoms Sunday, Monday, and that's it. Tuesday, the symptoms were gone. I was a little bit tired Tuesday, Wednesday, a little bit tired, Thursday, a little bit tired, and Friday, I can't even say I'm a little bit tired today and a little bit tired yesterday because I don't feel any more tired than I did normally. So honestly, I feel like I'm back to normal. Very lucky, of course, very fortunate. My children as well. One of my children had a bit of a chill. The other child was fine. My wife, same idea, sweats and chills and kind of, head achy and muscle pains. And so it wasn't a cakewalk, but let's be honest. If it was 2 days that took me out, it's not even taking me out. I could still walk around. I could still have a conversation if I had to. If you called me on the phone, I could still have a conversation. I couldn't. The only thing I couldn't do, or anything I didn't do, were the push-ups. I had a headache, and I was kind of feeling like I had congestion. So doing push-ups when you do in that situation is not ideal. I didn't have to do them, so I didn't do them. Right? If I forced myself, I could have did them. Yeah, I could have did the crunches, only 20 crunches. I could have done only 20 squats, but I didn't have to. So I paused. I waited. I took 3 days off. I didn't do them Sunday. I didn't go to church Sunday. I didn't do my push-ups. Monday and Tuesday as well. I didn't. But then Wednesday I came back and I was like, I'm ready. Let's do it. I wasn't vaccinated. and I recovered fairly quickly. I mean, if 2 days is not quick, you tell me. 2 days is quick in my opinion. So I recovered in 2 days, back to normal now, back to my walking self again. I'm doing my push-ups. I'm going to actually kick it back in higher gear again. I was just about to ramp it up. And then boom, COVID hit me. But that's okay. This is a short episode, and this is an episode to tell you that, hey, I'm okay. COVID didn't kick my butt. It paused me for 2 days, 3 days maybe from push-ups, 2 days from really feeling okay, but 3 days I took it easy. But here's to show you that, at least for me, right, I'm okay with this. That's not saying I'm a doctor. I'm not telling you to get a shot, not get a shot. I'm not telling you anything about that. I'm just giving you my perspective again. And again, it's my journaling. A lot of people that have followed me are saying, are curious, say, well, hey, you've said you don't want to take the shot. Okay, you didn't take the shot. You've been saying since early on that I think we should all get COVID, especially healthy people should really get COVID as soon as possible, because that's how herd immunity, spreads faster. But anyway, I'm not a doctor. I'm not an immunologist. I'm not a scientist and all that stuff. But I do believe that it is good for me to get COVID. And I'm glad that I got it. I'm glad that I got it and recovered quickly. I'm not glad that there's nothing I see bad about me getting COVID. And I mean, for that matter, my whole family, because we've all recovered now. We all have natural immunity now. Variants and this and Omicron. I don't know what variant I have. I don't really give a shit what variant I had, because to me, it felt like a cold. You could come back to me 2 days from now and say, you just had a cold, or you had a really bad cold, Carlo, or you had the flu for 2 days and it wasn't COVID. I wouldn't be able to tell you you're right or wrong. And that bothers me. But also, on the other hand, it's reassuring to me, because it reassures me that I'm not going to be worried about this or any version of a COVID virus. And neither is my family going to be worried about it, because we got through this, and we are healthy enough to stay healthy. And this is just how evolution has worked over the years. Again, if we were in different healths, if we were different health condition, if we were older, if there's other factors, it could have been way worse. Yes, we could have had a history of battling colds very difficultly. You could have a history of taking the flu and it wiping me out. I don't have that history. I'm very fortunate with that. But also, we're doing things that we think is right. So there's no reason why I recovered quickly. There's no reason why I got it. There's no substantial reason that would convince anybody for it or against it. But what I'm saying is, good fortune is good fortune, but good fortune is also maybe reaping the benefits of some things you've done well in the past. So to say, yes, I've cheated on my diet, and I've eaten bad food, and I've drank, and I've smoked in the past, but when I've been able to clean things up and he at least have a good enough base to keep me healthy, that's what I think. I think I have been able to keep a good enough base to keep me healthy, to keep me resilient enough. So something like COVID isn't going to kick my ass without having artificial protection from it. That's how I feel about COVID. That's how I felt about COVID the whole time. Yes, I do still think that I would have liked to get COVID day one. I would have even felt more secure and confident around my own natural immunity if I would have got it early on, but I didn't. So for 2 years, I was kind of like a lot of other people, thinking, what the hell's going on? Am I going to get this? Am I not going to get it? Is it better that I got it later on because it's now evolved to be less virulent, and it's evolved to be less dangerous and deadly, which viruses do. So yes, it's better I got it now. But at the end of the day, I'm just glad I got it, because and again, maybe I got the first strain as well. I don't know. But getting it is a good idea, because you want to get it and you want your body to work and you want to fight it and you want to have now immunity towards it. So this is my episode on what's been going on this week with the house. We've been home, like I said, a couple days. Again, a recap. A couple days we were feeling pretty crummy, sweats, chills. We weren't very hungry. That's about it. After a couple days, and the headache too. Headache lingered for a couple days. Aches, muscle aches for a few days. But I mean, after 3 days, I can do push-ups again, and it's not a huge feat, but for me, it's kind of a connection back to my regular routine, right? So if I can do my regular routine again, then that means I can build on that, and I can push myself a little further. It means that I'm not sick, right? So even after I haven't tested positive, or I haven't tested in a couple of days because I'm not going to anymore. But even after you're sick and you test positive, and if I'm recovering and I'm on my way up, like, as long as you're not stressing yourself too much, it's good to walk. It's good to exercise. And I went for a walk today. So Short episode, everybody, but I love you all. I'm fine. We're fine. Thank you for your concern. Thank you for your likes and your shares. I have had a lot of people reach out to me saying, hey, buddy, how's it going? I know you were talking about not being vaccinated and how you're feeling. A lot of people can reach out to me. I thank you so much. It's beautiful. And we are doing great. And I've replied to everybody. I think I've replied to everybody, but we're doing fine. Again, nothing really has changed. I haven't changed my opinion on the vaccine. This is maybe another question that you may want to ask me. Have you changed your opinion? No, I haven't. I haven't changed my opinion on this vaccine. Of course not. Other vaccines, I probably haven't changed my opinion on those either because I'm for most of the other vaccines. But again, for this, I think that it was good that I got it. I'm glad that I recovered quickly without much event. And I'm just happy to carry on and go forward. So I want to get back in shape. I want to keep on continuing on. It's crappy weather here in the Sioux right now. It's a little rainy and melty, but and kind of dirty and sandy. But there's no excuses. COVID's out of here. Time to get back on track. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your watches and your subscriptions and your likes and your shares and your comments. Violet's gonna say thanks for listening, and then Lou's gonna send us off with a song. Have a good night, everybody. I love you all. That's a radio. Let's say bye to everybody. Bye. And we'll say thanks for listening. Say thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Fatso Radio, the really great podcast show.
Fatso Radio, the really great podcast show.
So get your butt and get in your chair.
Don't eat your nails and don't pull your hair.
We'll talk about chicken or talk about steak.
We'll talk about fat, for goodness sake.
Fatso, the really great podcast show.
Fatso, a very first podcast show.